Hi everyone, my name is Ashley and I'm a Term 6 vet student at St. George's University. We have finally made it to the final term on the island of Grenada, and I am so excited to share this term with you because there's going to be a lot of new things. And I am starting to study for the NAVLE exam, which is the veterinary license exam in the US. There's going to be a lot to do this entire term, and if you do have any suggestions on what type of videos you want to see, please let me know down in the comments below. Let's get started with our first week of Term 6. I just made it back from class, and I just wanted to go through kind of how my day went today because it does change from every term. So with Term 6, now we have our classes in the morning. So I was in class today from 8:30 until 12:20, and then this afternoon I don't believe I have anything going on. I'm supposed to be having my selective today, but we have not received any information from our professor, and we have nothing in Sakai for the course. I'm assuming our afternoon is free. I believe for the Transboundary Animal Disease course, it's an online class, so I don't think we have to go anywhere in person. And that's what I'm hoping for. So I just decided to come home after class because class was a lot today, and I just wanted to go over that with you. For small animal medicine today, we talked about cardiology and basically some of the physiology and anatomy that we covered in year 1, just to get a refresher of that before we get into the bigger cardiac diseases that we'll typically see in the small animal field and the large animal field. I also had professional development today, which we got a lot of information about our year 4 clinical training, which is coming up really soon. They talked about a lot of stuff today that I didn't even realize was a thing. They didn't tell us this until just now. So for clinical year, for those of you who don't know, we have to do our clinical training elsewhere. So we either go to the US, Europe, or Australia. And I believe there's a few colleges in Canada. And that's basically for an entire year, usually starting in May or June. We got a slide for externships, which I was really curious about. And there was actually a note on that slide that said something that SGU students cannot get stipends from any externships that we do. So keep that in mind. If the externship is willing to pay for your housing or travel expenses, they said that's okay. For large animal surgery today, we got kind of a breakdown of how this term is going to work in that course, and we started discussing equine dentistry. And I don't know about you, but dentistry is not an easy subject for a lot of people because it's basically an estimate of the age of the animal. It's not an exact number. So it's really difficult to do aging based off of teeth. So that is pretty interesting. We have an entire 2 or 3 lectures going over that. But now that it is lunchtime, I think I am going to get some food. I do have to go back to campus for a little bit just to sell something to a student. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and start reviewing the material we learned today. Good morning, it is Tuesday, and today I have 4 hours of lecture again in Small Animal Medicine, Equine Internal Medicine, and 2 hours of boards preparation, which is our NAVLE prep course that SGU offers every term 6. So it is a required class to do, and I will be learning more information about what to expect for this next term. And then I also do have to attend a 2-hour lab today to start doing some of our assignments, making sure we can get into vet prep, because SGU does pay for a full year of subscription for its students during their last term here. So that is one of the benefits of coming here. I don't know if every school does this, but we do get the free yearly subscription to vet prep. I'm looking forward to seeing what today has, and I think I am going to head to class soon just to get set up and do another Transboundary Animal Disease module if I can. Thankfully, that selective is all online. The professor didn't know that there were students in his course, apparently, so he wasn't sure if he had to set up Sakai or not. We got that all sorted out last night, so I've been doing modules ever since. So I'm probably gonna do another one this morning before class officially starts at 8:30. I just made it back from class. I'm not gonna lie, I am so exhausted and feeling very overwhelmed with the amount of information we learned today, especially about the NAVLE. We had 4 hours today worth of NAVLE stuff. When I went to campus this morning, the lecture hall was super hot, so I had to submit a facility request to get the AC to work in our lecture hall today. But for small animal medicine, we were continuing on learning about cardiology in canines and felines. And then we had our first equine internal medicine class today, and we got through 14 slides. So we didn't get through much material, which kind of makes me a little bit nervous when final exam season comes around, but that'll be later on in the term's worry, not right now. I also got my rotation schedule for my clinical rotations here on the island. The schedule is really messed up at the moment. They were supposed to be giving us personalized schedules, which again did not happen. So hopefully they fix that soon or make it more clear as to where we need to be each week. Because right now it's kind of all over the place, and instead of calling this week 1, they're calling it week 0, so we can't figure out really where we're supposed to be. And it's about 5:20 in the evening now, so I think I am going to go ahead and get some dinner, take a break for about an hour, and then get to studying, because I really need to stay on top of stuff this term, more so than I did last term, and we're gonna see if it's possible. I just made it back from class. Today is Wednesday. I had an hour in small animal medicine this morning, which we focused mostly on cardiology again, and some of the bigger known heart diseases that we'll see in small animal practice. We had equine internal medicine next, basically just going over how to do proper physical examinations on equine. I had my first toxicology class today, and this class is going to be pretty difficult. The professor who is teaching it is actually the professor who taught Pharmacology 1, which is the class I almost failed. So that makes me a little bit nervous, and I'm really hoping that won't be the case this term. I enjoy toxicology a lot more than pharmacology, so I'm hoping this helps me to finally put it together. For our last big lecture, it was Livestock Medicine, which was our first introduction to this course. And this afternoon, I did have a 2-hour mandatory lecture with our Intro to Clinical Rotations course. And it was a lot of information about what to expect for this coming term, and our schedule is still not finalized yet because they had a lot of requests to change groups. So I don't know if I have a rotation tomorrow. I'm hoping not, because I would have liked to prepare for it. So hopefully my rotation stays the same that I inputted into my calendar already, so I don't have to change anything. For now, I am going to put in some laundry and take a break for about an hour and then get back to studying, because we have a lot to do. It is Thursday today, and I just got back from class. It went much better today than it has the past couple of days. We started off with livestock medicine this morning, and we were basically just going over how to differentiate sheep and goats here on the island because they do look really similar. So we just needed to know the distinction between each of them. In large animal surgery, we finished our dental equine lecture. I also had a small animal medicine course today, and that also went pretty well. We were just going over cardiology some more. We honestly have about 100 slides still left to go. Thankfully, this afternoon, I don't have any other plans, so now I can just try and catch up on the stuff that I haven't done yet, like some of the quizzes that are coming due in the next week. My first clinical rotation, I found out yesterday, is going to be surgery and anesthesia, and I do plan on making a lot of videos based on the type of rotations we get on the island, because they will be pretty different to what we will get in the US during our clinical year. So just so you can kind of see the difference between them, I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and then I'm going to go ahead and start studying and getting some things done for NAVLE prep. We have officially made it to the end of the week. Today is Friday, and I just got home from my morning lectures. Thankfully, I had only 4 hours to do today, and all of the classes went super well. We basically just continued what we did yesterday. I did make some plans tonight to go out with some friends for a birthday party, so I will try to bring you along so you can kind of see another restaurant on the island. I actually haven't been to this spot before, so I'm pretty excited to check it out. It's the Queen's restaurant, and it's right by the Ace store. For now, I am probably going to eat some lunch and then get started with studying. Since we didn't cover that much today, I don't have too much to study, which is nice. I can actually focus on some NAVLE prep and figuring out another externship to apply to. I just made it back from dinner. It went pretty good tonight. It is around 11:30, so I am getting in pretty late. It was pretty nice to just relax after this stressful week. I decided to go with the coconut shrimp tonight, and it was so good. I definitely would highly recommend for anybody who loves shrimp to go to this restaurant. I'll link it down in the description below. Thank you so much to everyone who has watched this part of the video and made it through this entire crazy, stressful week. Hopefully within the next couple of weeks I can start showing you some of my rotations that I have, so you get a better idea on what your third year of vet school is going to look like at SGU for your final term. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like and subscribe for more, and I will see you guys next week.